Hi everyone. Yesterday was a great day of celebration as we honored Molly Williamson, our pastor of discipleship, and Lori Hicks, our director of music. Molly served for 5 years with us, Lori 3 years, and they have been an incredible duo of leadership.
We are so grateful to have had them here with us for the time that we did. We celebrate all that they've accomplished in our midst. So many of us have been greatly impacted by their leadership, their example, the ways they have led us into a deeper relationship with God. So of course we're sad at their departure, but also look forward to the wonderful things ahead for them and also what God has in store for us.
Yeah. And we thought on behalf of the session, I and Melissa, who is our clerk of session, thought it would be good to offer an update on the work that the session has been doing to prepare us for this transition, identifying leadership, coming up with ideas to help get us ready for the fall, this new church year. With Nikki's departure in retiring in April, and Jeff letting us know that he was following a new vocational calling sometime this summer. Then with Molly and Lori also pursuing other opportunities that will be a great blessing. There are roles and responsibilities that we need to address and find competent and gifted leadership.
Yeah, so we know that transitions are hard. Anytime there's change and uncertainty, it can just be a little bit unsettling. And we want you all to know that we are going to continue forward without missing a beat. There are some principles that have guided us throughout this transition, and one of them is that we're looking for competent, creative, exceptional leaders to carry us during this transition time. So we're excited to share more about that with you. We believe that Triangle Grace Church is at an important inflection point, and that our best days are out in front of us. And this transition time is going to be okay. We want to pursue leaders within our own midst, and I'll talk about that in just a minute.
Yeah, and I just want to underline that and affirm it, that one of the things we're hoping, we know we have a lot of competent leadership within our church, energetic, gifted, and we just are looking among our own flock to see who might be able to step in and provide really engaging leadership in the coming days.
Yeah, it's been exciting as we've looked for the gifted leaders that are already in our midst, already serving. How can we elevate them? How can we work with who's already here, the people who know us, who have a history here, who know the DNA of Triangle Grace Church and can step in and help during this time of transition.
Yeah, that kind of familiarity, I think, will provide a great sense of continuity with who we are and who we will then develop into in this next season. So we probably should start with the administrative team. As Nikki shared in the fall that she was considering retirement in the spring, the session and the personnel committee and myself brainstormed around how we could best meet the administrative needs of the church going forward. And the first clear step that we knew we needed to take was to affirm Karis Jackson. She is just an amazing, gifted leader, thoughtful, visionary, detail-oriented. So the session did so by promoting her from the position of Director of Communication to the Director of Administration and Communication, which now means she has full oversight of all of the administrative areas of our church.
Yeah, and this was an easy thing to do. Karis is an organizational rock star, and so we're excited to see all the growing leadership she's going to bring to this area.
So then with Nikki's position, we decided to break her responsibilities down into 3 areas. One was facilities, the second was finance, and third, again, was administrative support. And in the spring, we were able to announce to the church with great joy that Garrett Nelson was willing to step into the role of facilities director for the church. He has lots of experience in that kind of work, and his positive impact has already been felt among us over the past couple of months.
He's amazing.
And then Nikki, who also is absolutely amazing at what she does, said that she was interested in continuing serving the church by taking on just the financial roles and responsibilities. So she's now our part-time financial controller. And so those two fit those needs really well, and that leads us to...
So the third part-time position that we created, and it is an administrative assistant for Karis. And I am so excited to tell you that this position is being filled by someone outside of our church, Jackson Posey. He is a graduate of Baylor University. He studied journalism and religion. He'll be starting a 2-year program at Duke Divinity School. And we are so excited for the leadership and administrative gifts and strengths that he has, that he'll be able to support Karis in her work as well.
So here's a quick hello from Jackson.
Hey y'all, my name is Jackson Posey. I am the incoming administrative assistant under Karis. Can't wait to meet all of you. I graduated from Baylor University in May, Sic 'em Bears, in journalism and religion, and I'll be starting at Duke Divinity School of Master of Theological Studies this fall. So just got back from Guatemala, and as I record this, I am about 20 minutes away from hopping in the car, driving over to Durham. So can't wait to meet all of you, and really excited to see what the Lord has in store at Triangle Grace Church.
So our administrative and facilities and financial needs are met then by Karis and Nikki and Garrett and Jackson. So let's talk about our youth ministry leadership. And when Jeff shared with the session about his desire to pursue a new vocational calling in February, the session along with the personnel committee and myself, worked together to develop a process and plan to hire a new director of youth ministries. A search team was identified, which included Stan Cole and Nancy Holton and Menda Spell, Mike Kirshner, David Wilder, and myself, and we got to work.
So the search committee did a phenomenal job. They met March through June. The position was advertised in over 30 venues. They had 25 applicants. They interacted with 10 of those applicants. They narrowed the list down from there, did more interviews. They finally got it down to 2 candidates who spent time with the committee in person, with parents, with teens. And I'm excited to say that we have a final candidate who has accepted.
Yeah, the session interviewed, each of the final 2 candidates spent a whole weekend with us, interacting with youth and parents, and long interview. And once it did get down to 1 candidate, that candidate interviewed with the session, and the session enthusiastically affirmed a sense of calling and gifting, and extended invitation to become our new director of youth ministries. You want to share who that is?
I do. We are thrilled to tell you that Olivia Reed is going to be our new youth director. We could not be more excited to have her in this role. This position is so important. These youth are the future of our church, and Olivia comes to us with extensive experience in youth ministry, having worked in that area in 2 different churches. But If you've been around Triangle Grace in the past year, you've seen Olivia's leadership and ministry skills in action, and we're going to get to see even more of her. So we could not be more excited to welcome Olivia into this position.
And here's a word from Olivia.
Hi, Triangle Grace Church. It's Olivia here, and I am so excited to share that I am the new Director of Youth Ministries here at Triangle Grace. So I am so excited to go back into youth ministry. I have done youth ministry. I served at Bel Air Presbyterian Church and First Presbyterian Church of Hollywood in youth ministry, both of which were in LA. And I am so grateful to be called to be the next Director of Youth Ministry here at TGC. I have loved the opportunity to serve this past year. I love TGC. It has such a special place in my heart. And so I am so grateful for both the session and the search committee who have decided to call me into this role. And I am just very eager to be a part of this transition. I'm so looking forward to meeting with the students, with the parents, with the TGC Youth Ministry team to really hit the ground running this fall. And I also will be leading some worship this fall to ease the transition with our music team as well. So I'm so excited. I can't tell you how excited I am to stay at Triangle Grace, to be a part of this church family, and to just see what the Lord has in store next. So, yay! See you all soon. Bye.
So that's our plan for the administrative team and youth ministry. So let's talk about discipleship. Molly has just done an incredible job of leading our efforts to shape the hearts and minds of our congregation more into the likeness of Jesus. She's an amazing preacher, gifted expositor, Bible study leader, leading classes, developing community, giving opportunity for relationships to grow deeply through one-on-one discipleship opportunities and small groups and LDI and Oasis. This is all kinds of really important needs. These are big shoes to fill.
Yeah, they sure are. Absolutely. And the good news is that God has given us a really deep bench at Triangle Grace Church. We are really excited to announce that Rich and Lisa Lamb have agreed to become our part-time interim directors of discipleship.
I think it's awesome. I mean, Lisa, as most know, she's a professor of preaching at Fuller, and every time she's in her pulpit, it's just such a blessing to us. She has a joy and a way to apply God's word and that encourages everyone who hears them. And of course, Rich, a Bible scholar, he is training and teaching leaders, pastors throughout the world in a number of different seminaries and Bible schools and churches, online and in person. His training in InterVarsity has given him a great heart for small groups and developing small groups. I know that's something he'd love to see embraced even more at Triangle Grace. And so Rich will keep contact with the men's ministry. Lisa will maintain contact with the women's ministry as well. And they'll work with the discipleship team to ensure our efforts to shape the hearts and minds into the likeness of Christ is strong and robust and joyful, and yeah, they're just going to do a great job.
Hi, Triangle Grace Church. We're excited that Chris and the session have invited Lisa and me to serve as the interim directors of discipleship beginning in August.
You know, Molly has done such a great job over the last 5 years, and she will be greatly missed by us and by the whole church. It'll be a privilege to continue on the good work in this area that she has accomplished among us.
Helping others grow more deeply in discipleship to Christ is dear to our hearts. We've been doing that for a long time, and we look forward to meeting with the discipleship team this summer, as well as those leading women's and men's ministries, to find out how we can support all the things that are going on with the discipleship efforts of this church.
See you soon.
Now that brings us to Lori's departure and the gap that leaves. Tell us about that, Chris.
Well, first, the good news is we have a team of musicians, 40, 50, 60 vocalists, instrumentalists that pour themselves into this ministry. So it's not dependent on any one person. And that's a committed group of people. They're going to continue to use their rich talent to lead our worship in really amazing ways. One of them is Matt McLaughlin. Matt has been assisting Lori, and he is willing to step into the role of interim music director for us. And if you know Matt, he can do it all. He can play the keyboards, no matter what kind of keyboards they are. He can play the guitar, he can sing, he leads and directs the band, he can direct the choir when needed. I mean, he just is a very gifted leader. We could not have a better person willing to step up to make sure the team is approaching things holistically and together. And I know that will give a lot of confidence to the music team because they love him. And anyway, here's a word from Matt.
Hi TGC, I will be serving as interim music director in the coming months, and glad that together with our entire music team we will ensure that our worship experience continues to thrive in the second half of the summer and into the fall season. We sure are going to miss Lori and all that she has brought to us, and we wish her the best at Hampton University. She has made us better in her time here, and she's given us many tools for us to thrive. And we have a great team with gifted vocalists and instrumentalists. I know that we'll be able to navigate this transition time together as a team in times of vibrant worship. For the choir, just so you know, I'm already working on a new arrangement for us to kick off the new season in August. I look forward to continuing this good work that we have always done with this music ministry.
So with Matt at the helm, we are in good hands. But as most of you know, Matt also has a full-time job, so there's a limitation to how much he can do. So as Olivia noted a moment ago, she will also be joining the praise band, and this fall she'll be helping to support Matt as well, and that team continue to lead us in worship every week.
Yeah, Olivia has training in vocal leadership and has a passion for worship, so she'll be a welcomed addition to the praise band, who's already awesome. The choir then is going to need additional direction as well. And that's the one piece that we're still working on. That we have a couple asks out and are expecting to be able to soon share with you who will step into working with our choir, directing the choir week to week. And again, Matt's going to oversee the whole team to make sure all the pistons are firing together at the same time.
Yeah. Our worship and music team has done such a phenomenal job leading us week after week as we grow in our ability to connect with God every morning on Sunday morning in ways that are restoring our souls and giving glory to Him. And so there's a couple pieces that we're still ironing out, but we are so excited on the path that we're on for this fall and feel really good about how we're positioned to have a great semester ahead.
Yeah, worship. And I should probably also mention that Jessa Godek is, she's been pursuing ordination with ECO and has been affirmed by our church leadership, the session, in that pursuit, and she's excited about the process. Part of that process is an internship, and just as Joe Bustamante and Abby McCauley and Olivia served with us as an intern, Jessa this fall will be serving as an intern at Triangle Grace, bringing an additional competent leader, visionary, loves scripture, and she's going to take upon herself some of the leadership with our young adult community that Olivia has been shouldering this past year, along with a number of other things. So you'll see Jessa in leadership and worship and many other places as well.
Hi, Triangle Grace. I'm Jessa, and I will be serving as an intern this fall as I also begin ECO's ordination process. I'm a recent graduate of Duke Divinity School, and my husband and I have been covenant partners at TGC for about a year now. We are both currently serving on the leadership team of the young adults, and I'm very happy that as an intern, I'll continue to serve the young adults. It's a wonderful group, and we are really helping each other grow. As an intern, I'll also be helping TGC in other ways. I've definitely been praying for us all in this season of transition, and praying too that God will equip me so that I am able to serve well in this new role. I'm always very happy to chat about anything, so we'll see you Sunday.
So the session has met multiple times over the past couple of months, to very prayerfully move forward with this staffing plan. And we feel so confident that God has been at work in the midst of all of these transitions, helping set us up for a really strong season of not just continuity, but also growth.
And the team that we've talked about are both some who will be serving long-term, some who are interim, and we'll spend the fall, as the session will spend the fall, evaluating what our needs are and seeing how this team comes together, and identifying other opportunities to hire out of interim roles and into full-time roles as needs warrant. So you can be sure that's on our hearts to hopefully by the time we see 2027 roll around, we will have the full long-term team in place for Triangle Grace. But those that are stepping forward, some in interim and those in long-term, it's just going to be a great team. Emerging leaders whose gifts are evident, and we don't even know what their ceiling of production and joy and transformation is even yet, because they're just jumping in. But then we have seasoned leaders like the Lambs, who are just bring in years and years of maturity and gravitas and faith that it's just going to be a wonderful group to work with.
Yeah. And we would be remiss if we didn't add that we also have Chris at the helm, delivering seasoned leadership to this team and spending a lot of thought and prayer behind this plan, and Session has walked with him step by step, and we're so excited about that. And
let me interrupt and say, but it's not just the pastor team or the directors, it's the whole congregation. This
Absolutely.
Church is filled with amazing people giving themselves sacrificially in so many ways, and to walk through this time of transition, the more that people step up and offer their time and service and gifts of spiritual gifts, we're going to see a wonderful period of God's blessing because of the church body who is here. So lean in and pray.
Yes, absolutely. We want every single one of you leveraging your God-given gifts to make Triangle Grace all that it can be. Prayer is absolutely essential in this process. If this work is not grounded in prayer, inspired by prayer, led by prayer, then we could have the best plan in the world, but without the Lord at work through and in our praying for this, that wouldn't be good. So we have a dedicated time of prayer set aside that we want to tell you about. July 23rd from 6 to 8 p.m. Lisa Lamb and Catherine McKee are leading us in a time of prayer specifically for this transition, for this time, the time that we're in the life of our congregation. So I warmly invite all of you to come and attend, be a part of this prayer time. And as we are in prayer, we continue to listen and invite God to guide and lead us every step of the way.
And I will be heading to Guatemala next week with 11 others from the church. But when we get back, August 2nd, I think it's a Sunday, following the service, I'm preaching that day, but following the service, we're just going to open up the Family Life Center and have members of the session there and myself, and answer any questions that might be upon your heart, things that we haven't addressed here, or really just an open time of conversation for the health and interest of everyone involved.
Yeah. So we hope this video has answered any questions you may have had, and also given you a glimpse of the amount of thought and preparation that has gone into this transition plan. If you have any questions, any concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out to myself, to Chris, to any of the session members or other leaders at church. We are here and we want to serve you. We want to serve this body, and we're committed to making sure that we do it in the absolute best way possible. And just as a reminder, July 23rd from 6 to 8 p.m. here at the church, we'll have a dedicated time of prayer for this. If you remember nothing else from what we've said, please remember that and come and pray with us.
And thanks for joining us.
Thank you.